This is a podcast from Torvine Voluntary Alliance. Hello, I'm Patrick Downs. Welcome to Word from the Third, where we'll be taking a look at all the big stories and news from the third sector here in Torvine. Today, talking with the Lord Lieutenant of Gwent, Brigadier Robert Aitken CBE, all about the honour system.
The Lord Lieutenant is the Queen's representative in Gwent, so I'm Her Majesty's representative in all 5 counties of Gwent, including Torvine. And one of the things that the Queen is, as well as being our head of state, is the fount of honour. All honours are given in her name. And so, as her representative, it's very much beholden on me to make sure that as many people as possible are given access to the honour system, so that it picks up the right people and gets the right people to be recognised. So, the honour system is very open and transparent in its process. Anyone can nominate anyone for an honour. And for something like the Torvine Voluntary Alliance, where you have your tentacles in all aspects of society within Torvine, you know who the deserving people are far better probably than anyone else in Torvine. The people that you are dealing with every day are ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And those are exactly the sort of people that the honour system should be recognising.
What honours are available?
They can get it for anything that is exceptional, any form of exceptional service. It can be paid employment, or it can be voluntary service. If it's paid employment, you won't get an MBE or a BEM just for doing your job really well. It's got to be more than that. It's got to be going above and beyond the expectations of what that job is, and being of genuine benefit, altruistic benefit to your fellow citizens within the area. So, for instance, some of the people who've recently got MBEs or BEMs, those acronyms, you know, MBE, this is all the Order of the British Empire. So it's an anachronistic name, but we don't need to worry about it. It is the main honour by which Her Majesty recognises service. So people who have got MBEs and BEMs, the real worker bees, the people at grassroots who are really delivering ground level benefit. Somebody who volunteered at Panteg County Hospital just down the road, somebody who worked in palliative care for a long time. Those are the sort of people who can be recognised. But it can be anyone. It really can be anyone that you know or any of your people know who has done something over and above what might be expected for the benefit of their fellow men and women. Anything like that, nominate them. That's what we want to try and get.
Can groups be nominated?
Yes, there is a process called the Queen's Award for Voluntary Service. The QAVS, Queen's Awards for Voluntary Service, is sometimes called the MBE for voluntary organisations. So it has a similar status. People from that group will get invited up to Buckingham Palace to meet the Queen, and they can use the royal cipher on their publicity material. It's a great thing to get. You cannot nominate yourself if you want to get a Queen's Award for Voluntary Service. But again, anyone in TVA who knows of a voluntary organisation, it's got to be primarily run by volunteers, and it's got to have been running for at least 2 years, and it's got to be, solvent. It's got to be properly governed and properly set up. If you know an organisation like that, then do consider applying for a Queen's Award for Voluntary Service for them. It's fiercely competitive, I would just warn you now. And if you get one, you really are doing well. There's a group in Pontypool just last year who won a Queen's Award for Voluntary Service. So it can be done, but it's very competitive, and there is a lot of due diligence in the process after you apply to make sure that only the right people get it.
And finally, how do you nominate?
Look at the government website, Google how to get an MBE. The first 2 or 3 entries will be from commercial organisations who will want to take your money and do all of the process for you. Top tip, don't go there. There is no more likelihood of you getting an award by going through an agency than if you do it yourself. In fact, they've got algorithms in their system which spot when it's been written by agencies. So don't go through an agency. It's like, the cheating that they do at universities. They can spot these things. You go onto the website and have a look at it, download a form and do what it says on the form. It's really straightforward. The lieutenancy, I've got people who work for me who are volunteers, who are good at writing and they understand the system. And if you have anybody who wants to apply to nominate somebody for an MBE, an OBE, a BEM, then please get in touch with me, with my office, and I will put you on to somebody who will help you with that process. And we don't charge a fee. But the bottom line is, look on the website. It's one of these gov.uk websites on honours, or the other one is the QAVS, Queen's Award for Voluntary Service. Look on either of those websites and it's all set out there. It couldn't be more straightforward. My message to you is, look out there for the people and the groups who are doing special things. There can be no finer reward in this country of ours than being invited to Buckingham Palace to be presented with an award to recognise your achievement by our head of state, the Queen. The irony is that the people who do this don't seek recognition. You don't go out and volunteer in order to get a medal. So it's beholden on all of us who can see this wonderful work going on to go out there to spot those people and to write them up so that they get the recognition that they deserve.
Thank you to the Lord Lieutenant of Gwent, Brigadier Robert Aitken CBE, for joining us today on Word from the Third, talking all about the honour system. And don't forget, if you want to contact TVA, Torvine Voluntary Alliance, for anything regarding the third sector here in Torvine, get in touch regarding funding, volunteering, any kind of support or governance. info@tvawales.org.uk. You can also find us on social media, on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at TVA Wales, or of course on the website. It's all there at tvawales.org.uk. This podcast is produced by TVA, Torvine Voluntary Alliance.